Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Islam Talk and I'm Farina Siddique. Right now, at this moment, we have over 50 plus Muslim majority countries in the world. And out of those 50 plus countries, 22 are led by the Muslims, completely predominantly Muslim owned countries, 22 of them. And those 22 countries are held hostages by one small fitna country, apartheid state called Israel. Isn't that pathetic? And we're not even supposed to talk about it. We're not supposed to talk against Israeli crimes and their apartheid, their illegal occupation and all that. Why? Because we will be held accountable, being, labeled and all that. This is so bizarre. And it's such a helpless feeling for Muslimin. We are 2 billion, for God's sake, around the world, and we're not able to actually send one bottle of water to Gaza, who is suppressed, going through genocide and complete massacre kind of situation by this illegal regime called Israel. They came to that land like many other settlers came to indigenous land. So indigenous in this situation is Gaza, Palestinians. Right? And they occupied the entire territory. They occupied the entire state, their houses, their land, their properties, everything. And now they claim Israel is under attack. And on top of that, all the Muslim and non-Muslim countries are just spectators. They're just watching Gaza die. They're just watching Gaza's children being murdered, slaughtered, butchered every single day. Every 16 minutes or less now. Every 16 minutes, one child is dying in Gaza. And these last 2 nights were terrible at Gaza children. And right now, there is nobody talking. There are no human rights voices. There is no human rights sanctions. There is no sanctions like they put against Russia when they attack Ukraine. And then there is nothing happening. This is complete bias, double standard by most of the world leaders. And why am I even saying this about world leaders, the Western leaders? They don't care about us. They only care about Muslims when they come to the country as immigrants, as taxpayers and everything. But what happened to the sleeping Muslim countries? They're not raising voices. They're not sending their armies. They're not sending their delegations. They're not kicking the Israeli ambassadors out of their countries. Subhanallah, we're in such a bad shape. Prophet Muhammad once said to the Sahaba, the worthy companions of the Prophet Muhammad that there will come a time that Muslimin will be like the foam on the sea, on top of the water, the sea, the shore. And they were like, Ya Rasulullah, we will be this less in numbers? We would be these, smaller numbers? He said, no, you will be in large numbers. But your dabdaba or your fear or your strength will be removed from the people and their heart, because you will be drowned by your self-desires, by your worldly desires. You will be consumed by your worldly desires and the love of this dunya. I think this is the same time. We are so consumed. We are so worried about being politically correct. We are so worried about our own charity statuses. We are worried about our own countries. We are worried about our own luxuries. And we are not caring about people of Gaza. And remember, on Judgment Day, those very people, those very children will stand up and ask us questions about what did we do when they were being slaughtered. May Allah protect us.